Public safety. We've got 15 minutes until public safety starts. We have some paid speakers down here that's going to come up here and talk about how Trump is dangerous to the country and he's a dictator and we must fight dictatorship and all that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Please pray for Alex and Tifa Preddy and Renee No Good, but they're not going to discuss them shootings on the South Side. They're not going to discuss that shooting, that mother of five who goes to church on Sunday. They're not going to talk about that. They're not going to discuss that. They're not going to discuss the lady who got strangled. They're not going to discuss that, or ISIS, or Prince Jamel, who was killed by an illegal alien. They ain't gonna discuss those. They're gonna discuss that public safety issue. No illegal immigration is public safety issue. At all. That's a whole public safety issue. But they're not gonna discuss that. They're gonna come on here and talk about Alex, Antifa, Preddy, and Renee No Good. That's what they're gonna talk about. At a public safety issue, in a public safety meeting in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, send the military in, Trump. Send the military in. We're at no point of return. They worried about people that's living in Minnesota, and they don't even care about the people living right here in the city of Chicago. Send the military in. Yep. Send the military in. Send the military in, y'all. Because they don't care about the South Side shootings. They don't care about the South Side schools. They don't care about the South Side homes. They don't care. All they do is they're going to talk about Alex and Tifa Preddy, Renee No Good, and how Trump is destroying America. In a public safety meeting. Oh, they're going to talk about youth jobs, too. They're going to talk about youth jobs. All the money that they launder in youth jobs. That's a whole nother... Man, these contracts I'm about to show y'all, we spend so much money on youth jobs, you would think that we wouldn't even have team takeovers. Because y'all basically giving $100,000 to each youth out here. These youth jobs is making six-figure salaries. We got six-figure youth jobs out here. But the shootings are just up. The shootings are up. The robberies are up. Poverty is up. It's up there. We living in a third world country, especially black people. And y'all keep voting. Yeah, I bet y'all, yeah. Bye. Yeah, go over there. Get your script together. Get your script together about youth jobs. About youth jobs. Bye-bye. Yep, youth jobs. About youth jobs. Alex No Good Preddy. Antifa Preddy. Renee No Good. They're not gonna talk about them student walkouts. That's against Illinois law. They ain't gonna talk about that though. They ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, gonna talk about how the DNC is broke and they doing whatever. They just pulling out anything. They gonna talk about that. It's a whole joke. Vote red down the ballot. Vote red down the ballot. You ain't gonna have nothing. Ain't gonna have nothing. Black people who vote blue, they in survival mode. As long as they rent is paid, and as long as they got food, and as long as they can do whatever, they don't care about nobody else. They selfish over there. So anybody that that believes in the Democrat, any black person that believes in the Democratic Party, it's crazy. They don't care about nobody but themselves. They let the foreigners hijack the Democratic Party in the name of black and brown, in the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I didn't even know about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But you know who I did know personally? Dick Gregory. And you know what Dick Gregory told me? Save yourself. Voting red is saving yourself. Let let them have the Democratic Party. Let the educated criminals and the educated dummies and the popular dummies have the Democratic Party. The HBCUs, all the symbols, anything that they symbolize with, let them have the Democratic Party. Let them have it. Let them figure it out. They got enough degrees over there to figure it out, right? Let the uneducated go over to the Republican Party. Let the uneducated go over to the Republican. I'm gonna take my uneducated self to the Republican Party. Yes, I'm uneducated because I don't got a college degree. Oh, I got a degree, all right, in common sense, in self-love, in economics, in this U.S. Constitution. Like Kanye says, slavery was a choice. And you fast forward, he said that, fast forward to now, you still on a Democratic plantation is a choice. And you're entitled to be over there. But when you come over here and try to discredit who I am and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do is where I got to explain how remedial y'all are. That y'all are just think that only one person can, only black people only supposed to vote one way, and that's the Democratic way. And look at our Democratic cities. Look at our Democratic. Look at the South Side. Look at the West Side. But let's keep voting blue. Let's keep voting blue because that's my sorority sister. That's my line sister. We went to the same alma mater. We went to Jack and Jill together. We used to go to the same church. We used to date the same guy. Her baby father is my cousin, so I'll let you be the commissioner of the water department. Don't know nothing about no water, but because that's your cousin, baby daddy, you get the job. Yes, and this is who's running the city. Mindsets like this. I have never cared about what anybody voted for. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, but when you come and try to bully me about who I vote for or what I stand for, is when I gotta drag you and drag your whole entire democratic system. You are embarrassing our ancestors. Anybody that continues to vote blue is really, literally embarrassing our ancestors. Sick. Like an embarrassment to the whole culture. Y'all mad at Nicki Minaj, but it was okay for Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla to stomp for Kamala Harris. Fools. Just like y'all got mad at Cashapp Michelle when she performed for Trump's first inauguration, basically blackballed her. But now nobody asked her, because she's a performer, she's an entertainer. That's how she eats. So takes care of her family. Hey, how much is he paying you? I'll pay that. All the entertainers, all the money that we got. If you really didn't want her to open up for him, for Trump, didn't really want her to perform, then y'all should have put y'all money together and gave her double of what Trump was offering. But instead, you blackballed her. And you think you're gonna do that to me? Fuck on my face. Nah. We're gonna crash out together, baby. We gonna crash out together. Because eventually y'all money gonna end. Y'all money gonna end. So y'all can't continue to keep paying these people to come down here to try to beat me and the facts. And the facts is these numbers. Like that $245 million that Cook County stole. That's supposed to go to the transportation, to the roads and stuff, potholes, all that stuff. Every time our cars get messed up in this city, we got to pay for it. But they take $245 million of that money, and you want to keep me from the mic and speaking about it. But let's march and walk out of class for Renee No Good and Alex Antifa Pretty. Yes, absolutely. Yes, because they were, because of what? Because they wanted to go out there and blow a whistle and think that they could run over law enforcement and intimidate them with guns and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what world do y'all think this is, but it might be. Maybe y'all got to go over to one of the third world countries where they do that type of stuff. But over here in America, if you step to the law enforcement, you're going to get dealt with. That whistle ain't going to save you. I'll make sure each and every one of these pathetic aldermen get out of office. Every one of them. They're useless. Useless. Can't be in no. How you an alderman and you in subsidized house? How? Maria Haddon. How are you in subsidized house and you an alderman? How? How?
Wait, are you asking me how, or are you?
Yeah, I'm not asking you. How are you an alderman and you in subsidized house? So you're not in subsidized housing? Okay, we'll show you. Okay, so what you were in subsidized housing, right?
My unit's not subsidized. We actually subsidize 20% of our units. It's a low.
No. Yours.
No. My unit is not.
No. You had a subsidized. You didn't have a subsidized housing. You didn't have subsidized housing.
Very low income. Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So she just got out of it. Yeah, no. You weren't. You were in subsidized housing. We got it. We'll show you during midterms. We'll show. We got you. Yeah. So when she was in very low income housing, then she had subsidized housing. That's what she said. So okay. Gotcha. Tired of these people lying. Just like tired of these people lying.
Isn't that nothing new?
I mean, just.
I don't mind sharing the stage with you.
Yeah.
You see the video with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind sharing the stage.
Hey,
You know who did it? Who made it?
Yeah, Prosperity. The lady that be right here.
Yeah.
Prosperity.
She
Name or it's a group?
No,
no, her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seen the pictures. She'll be here for city council.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. Like when she be here at the council meeting,
Yeah.
when she get picked, she quote some of the scripture from the Bible to Branch Johnson.
Sandy?
No. She has a hat on. She'll be wearing like a little hat.
She's shorter than Sandy.
Is Sandy here today?
No, but I don't think she did.
I sent her the stuff. I know she had 2 funerals that she had to go to this weekend. Just waiting for them to discuss everything but Chicago shootings. We're going to talk about Alex Antifa Pretty and Renee No Good, but we're not going to talk about the shootings on the South Side today.
Why would we talk about that?
No, why would we talk about that, right?
You know good and Alex not so friendly.
Yeah. Just violating the U.S. Constitution.
Everything.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm seeing more for
Like
the
law
public.
enforcement.
Right?
Something I do every day,
Let me go over here, so
Right. Because you were a firefighter, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And 15 years now I've been fired.
15 years.
Maybe it'll be 15 years.
Did you want to be a firefighter?
Like as a kid? No.
Yeah.
No, it's just I was I actually wasn't even gonna take the test. And the test was the day I had a ball game. I didn't miss my ball games for nothing.
it rained sideways for like 24 hours. Like that, they did okay. 8 years later, they called me in 1993. After waiting for 8 years, I became a fireman. Life-changing job.
Lopez, over here.
Yeah.
Firefighters
That
are
was
good
my
guys.
type as a kid, actually, you know.
You like being an alderman?
I do. I like helping people. I've always helped people my whole life. Now I could take it to a new level, you know. So I've helped so many people, especially with police and fire job.
Right.
Give us a ring. They're ready to wait. Just in the way now.
Oh, they 1 minute late. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see right here.
Got you.
I think I'll do it on my Facebook page.
I didn't think he was gonna be here. I was like, damn, who's gonna hold this?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
I'm
up?
your private cameraman then, huh?
No, I just trust you.
Yeah, I know. But it was crazy the last public safety.
I know he was telling. Wait, is that the one with the illegal immigration?
Yeah,
Yeah. I wish I was ready.
yeah, they had all of the Hispanic from just Wednesday. And you know, you got that Bogo Andre Wednesday and
Right,
that dumbfounded what's her name? Jeanette Taylor.
right.
Yeah, she was a no-show, but she, you know, always speak through the phone. And I'm listening to all this stuff. So it's important to go to one ward when or if she has a town hall meeting and tell the constituents about she's the reason why she voted for the sanctuary city right now.
Mhm.
You know, now it's amazing. I see all these kids behind us.
For the youth jobs, probably. I don't know. I don't know. I predicted they're here for the youth jobs, or they're here to talk about Renee No Good and Alex Antifa Pretty. But don't quote me. They might be talking about something totally different. I don't know. They might not have a new
I
grant.
guarantee you they're gonna speak against ICE.
Oh, they're going to speak on this.
They're gonna speak against
ICE ain't going nowhere.
ICE ain't going
Y'all
nowhere.
y'all job gonna be gone before ICE job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now it's ironic that
They should join ICE.
now it's a
Oh, they was looking for
Hey,
you.
Sandy.
Spasada.
The star of the show right there, Sandy.
Let me talk to him.
Well, he was just looking for you.
So it was ironic when they had the
One
human.
of these coats, Mr. Blakemore. Oh, okay.
Now,
Oh, Mr. Bigmore's here.
it's ironic that they had a human rights committee.
Mhm.
All the Hispanics showed up. The human rights and immigration committee.
Right. But no. They can't get no brown and go black and go down there with that.
And then
They're going to have to find
Then
something.
they had the deputy mayor who was here trying to correct him.
Oh, yeah. I got to post it. I'll post it because that was a good video.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. I got to post y'all separate, though.
Now they still silent when I name all the victims, like they can rap.
Mhm.
Boom. I didn't see no protests.
Yeah. Ain't going to see that either.
Mm-hmm. But Renee Good and Alex Credit.
Yeah.
I want to address that with Alex Credit. Now he had a concealed carry permit. That's the law, the letter of the law. But
Right.
the common sense say you don't confront no ICE agent.
Yeah. Like, you ain't like, you got to conceal a carry because you want to kill the police. But if that's what you thought, that's never going to work.
No.
Unless they literally, like, yeah, it's going to take a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, you can conceal a carry. Why? Because I want to show the police.
Yeah.
I want to show the police.
When he confronted the police with that gun, like, where's the common sense at?
Common sense is not here.
Oh,
The common sense part is what we're missing. And this is the key
not
ingredient.
we not.
No, we're not.
They,
I'm saying
they
the key ingredient into like
it's
a
common.
snap, like a snap to get people to be like, oh,
Not
yeah.
snap program.
No.
Snap like that. Like the liberals like to do. The soy boy.
Gang.
Oh, there go Jimmy Neutron over there.
Mhm. They gotta work hard. See, because they only used to getting stuff because they looks. If they have no brain, it's usually they looks.
Mhm.
It's very rare to get brain and looks. So they gonna try to do the charming route to get people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't nobody going no more.
They remind me of that scarecrow on the Wizard of Oz. If
Right.
I only have a brain.
Yeah, no brain over here. Because it's a popular, it's high school.
Mm-hmm.
They playing high school. They still playing high school.
With our lives.
With our lives.
With our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be, and that's because I used to hear people tell me like, oh yeah, you should get in politics. You should get in politics, not because I have the experience. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have the experience. Now, if I was to run for office, well, I got it. I ran for president of the United States, y'all. My website probably still up. I ran as an independent last year. I'm gonna tell you why. After I decided that I was going for Trump all the way. I was going for Trump all the way. A lot of my friends and stuff were still going to vote for Kamala Harris. And I had to say, no. And they were saying, well, I'm just going to sit it out. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I'm going to run for it. I'm going to run. And I was able to get into I think just Illinois. But I ran in Illinois. And then but a lot of my friends from all over voted for me. Now, I voted for Donald Trump. But I just didn't want them to vote for Kamala. So I ran. So I'm probably only got probably like 200 votes, but then 200 votes didn't go to Kamala. So, yeah. Now, would I run for president of the United States?
I think she'll run for city council.
Yeah, city council. They'd be hurt
Okay, I'll show you one.
if I pull up a city council.
What other meeting?
Yeah,
No, I didn't know there was a county meeting.
Yeah,
They called me.
then they gonna start back to that's
Are they been there other ones?
they gonna be yeah, the one yeah, that's how these
I don't know what they got going on October 1.
yeah, they have they but the same thing.
Yeah, it's amazing how they had that press conference last week.
They gonna have one
They have
another
Copa
press conference
to
about lunar Chinese
have
this time for
Copa
Chinese
involved with the
holiday.
police department because they say the police
Then they
leaking
gonna have one
some
for black.
information to ICE,
They're not doing anything for Black history.
which doing.
Have you seen that a
You
lot
see, they put the police in a very bad particular situation.
here?
They had Danny
Yeah,
and Jessica. They used them against Annie and Jessica
and everything.
during the budget
they
meeting,
have
committee meeting, which it was staged by Jason Irvin.
the displays. They don't have no
Jason Irvin did all that.
other city, but they said tomorrow kind of gonna have a little Black history program of
So-
three.
It's amazing that
A little
what they doing
something
to
down
use police, and then
downstairs
they
like
want us to vilify the police.
Mhm.
So we got Alderman running against Tony Perkins now. For Cook County Board.
Mhm. Riley.
Mark? And
Oh, you know him.
Mhm.
Station, all of Martin, Gardner, Barnes, Curtis. And that member will be participating in today's meeting as well. Grant a motion to. Oh, right. Timely is also a member as a matter of course will be recognized appropriately. We add into the attendance roll call along with Alderman Taylor. And then motion to authorize. Okay.
Who is that? Deputy Mayor is one.
Mhm.
Who's the deputy mayor?
Who's deputy mayor? Oh, Beatrice Ponce de Leon.
That's the female.
Mhm.
Virtual presence. Alderman Curtis. Alderman President Chair. And Alderman Barnes. Alderman Gardner as well, Chairman. Oh, got you. Alderman Gardner. Thank you, sir.
So, any of them, can they do, come on,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but hang on.
yeah, I'm gonna do the
First item is speakers. First speaker is Hospital Santos Norton.
Oh,
Mhm.
Santos. Good morning, everyone. I greet the council and everyone here. And for the record, my name is Apostle Dr. Sandy Norton. And so I wanted to have an opportunity to come to this meeting. I'm showing up because I'm definitely a part of public safety, as I'm always in the streets of Chicago in red zones, doing real violence intervention and prevention. One of the things that I wanted to mention to the council today is, even as we talk about the Chicago Police Department, and I do want to say I honor CPD. And so we had a shooting over in the Austin community. I don't know if you all know about that. It's in the parking lot of the police station. We've had shootings all on the west side of Chicago, where funerals are being shot. And so, you know, with this new ordinance that they had, I just want to say that it's so much that the police have to deal with already, as far as CPD, underfunding and other things that I see. And so I really wanted to just speak out somewhat about that. When I, see the police department, when people can come into the police lots and, you have shootings and crime going on unsolved. I don't know how the police is going to really be able to deal with the issue of ICE also as well. And this is no disrespect to anyone, because ICE is not just a Hispanic issue. It's just an issue I feel for all. I do want to bring also attention to the team, the curfew, that particular ordinance. I do agree with the ordinance, but I want to just be honest and transparent. I was once a teen. I was one of those teens that rode in stolen cars. I was one of those youth that were really, really out of control. And so when you are a person that have gone through that, I do want to say that I believe that ordinance to have a curfew, kids need boundaries, but we have to have programs. We have to have somewhere for these kids to go. We have to have places that these kids can go even in after hours, because kids are not going to want to stay in the house. And so there has to be funding. There has to be, places in our communities where these kids can go in the after hours and even in the evening. I was just with a young man that was shot in the mouth. He was shot in the neck and in the hand, and he's only 15 years old. And so I'm working with the young man now, but again, we can reach the kids. And I think that if we have things in place for the teens, we will begin to see change. And we need the right people sitting on these boards that understand what's going on in the street. And this is not just for Black and brown. This is for everyone, because kids are kids and kids get in trouble. Let me just say that. everywhere. And so again, I do feel that, a curfew, kids have to have boundaries because Bible says when I act like a child, I'm a child. And when I became older, I put away childish things.
Please add,
Good, good. That's good.
and the attendance roll call.
Pretty good, girl.
The next speaker is Dennis White.
All right, okay.
Oh, my.
It's amazing that we over here have a crime that's getting out of control every year under this administration. This year, we are the third day of February, and right now, we got 28 that's been shot and killed. 103 wounded, altogether 131.
Mm.
Homicide 31. But the mayor and half you aldermen, you all focusing on ICE. You focusing on Tom Holman and Greg Levine. So what Bradley Johnson did, he wrote a ridiculous executive order to have the police investigate ICE. Now, everybody know who have a half a brain that you cannot challenge the federal authorities. But Bradley Johnson, with his common people like Jeff Fuentes, Central Lopez, Andre Vasquez, who are here fighting with that. You focusing on the wrong thing. You're not focusing on local crime because you want to protect the illegal aliens here in Chicago. Then you over here fighting what happened in Minnesota because two white liberals, Renee Good and Alex Prison, got involved interfering with ICE. Now, half of you all are too old for this. I'm too old for this. They too old for this. But you all focusing on one thing and one person. And he's over there in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, not here in the city of Chicago. So if you really want crime to go down and want public safety to go down, you all need to hire more police. You all need to do more reforms with these kids that's doing criminal acts. Because when they do adult act, there always be adult consequence. That's what I brought up. But you all don't want that. As long as the victims are black and they are on the south and west side, you all are good. But Brandon Johnson is the mouthpiece for the Chicago Teacher Union and all these socialist things to keep up more chaos.
Thank you for your comments. The next speaker is Isaiah Bush.
Morning, everybody. My name is Isaiah Burgess. I'm a person living in the north side of Chicago, a leader with Community United, and a survivor of gun violence myself. Young people need year-round programming where we can earn money and support our families. As bills continue to pile up and rent continue to rise, many of us have stepped up to support. The substitute ordinance is running youth gatherings. Instead of that time for the department to decide if we will get arrested. It's up to the police officer to decide if we committed stress. This, how does the substitute ordinance make our community safer? It doesn't. It ignores the root causes of safety. We need investments in systems and care, round trip pay program, for young people to learn skills and build a future.
You don't want to be here.
They'll continue without friends. Solution is clear. We need money for big school programs, invest in safe community spaces, and ensure young people are leading the sources that affect our lives. We need support, trust, and places where we can feel we belong.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Raquel Hansky. It has to be.
Good evening. My name is Amanda Simone. I am a student in high school. I'm 18 years old. I'm also a youth leader of Community United Voice. As a youth leader, the substitute ordinance, the destructive youth gathering affects me and my friends and the young people who we engage. We often attend school events, school games, programming, and we are usually in a large group that is more than three, usually. Now, if the curfew is declared, we have to go through a set of questions like, who is this actually benefiting? Is this actually targeting safety issues in our city? But safety to me does not mean over policing us or putting a curfew. Safety to me means getting to the root cause of gun violence, youth mental health, and rather than targeting young people for wanting to be a part of their community, the curfew is not a real solution to public safety. More investments in mental health resources and not criminalizing those who actually targets and tackles the root cause of gun violence. When making decisions on public safety, I feel that our people, I feel like you guys should consider youth voices and community voices as those are the people who are impacted constantly every day with those decisions that you make. As young people, we also value safety in our community, and we also value and care about public safety. Let's talk about resolutions for public safety and rooted in young voices. We are asking you guys to do community work with the community who are already doing the work.
That's stealing all the money, baby.
And then I also want to say, like, the curfew doesn't stop the boys from charging young people, or the curfew doesn't stop young people from being taken and kidnapped. We talk about young people and how they're actually doing, but there are also adults who are doing gun violence and who are kidnapping young people and sexually assault and stuff like that. So that is not the root cause. The curfew is not a root cause of all those problems. And I'm done.
Please add committee member David Harris to the roll call for purposes of forum. The next speaker is Aisha Davis.
Good afternoon, Chair Hopkins and Nurses Committee. My name is Aisha Davis, and I'm Senior Policy Counsel at the ACLU of Illinois. I'm here today to express our opposition to the substitute curfew ordinance for two main reasons. First, it would embolden the police to use heavy-handed tactics against gun people. And second, that shift in police authority will necessarily have a chilling effect on First Amendment activity, especially for communities and groups that are and have been historically overpoliced. As drafted, this ordinance will permit the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department to unilaterally issue a dispersal declaration for any event that he believes will lead to a disruptive youth gathering, a term that allows the superintendent to make assumptions or predictions about what minors may or may not do prior to the gathering even happening. The ordinance goes on to say that the superintendent can rely on social media posts, flyers, or a quote history of disruptive youth gatherings to support his belief that a disruptive youth gathering will occur. Essentially, this ordinance would allow the superintendent to preemptively announce that he will disperse gatherings based solely upon who plans the gathering before any young person shows up and before any offense is committed. And while the ordinance purports to prohibit snap curfews, the only difference is that this version requires a little bit more advanced notice. Otherwise, this dispersal ordinance is a snap curfew under a different name. Both, as defined, are declarations that are made to inform minors that they cannot or are not, permitted to gather in a set geographic area during a specific time period before the gathering has occurred or any disruptive behavior has been even happening. While the ordinance directs the superintendent to promulgate written directives and rules to prevent disruptive First Amendment activity, the very act of telling young people they cannot gather at a specified time and place based on assumptions about a given group or location chills First Amendment activity. Additionally, although there is language about First Amendment activity being a defense for the dispersal declaration, such a defense does nothing to mitigate the chilling effect caused by a dispersal declaration in the first place. We do not need another policy that would expand police power in this moment, especially in ways that would limit the ability of our communities, which includes our youth, from voicing their beliefs. Instead, we should listen to what young people have been saying. The best solution is to provide alternative safe spaces for them to gather and offer activities where they feel welcome. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ariana.
I like this.
I don't care.
Huh? Step up. Thank you. We're this slow. We're not gonna be biased.
Good afternoon. My name is Ariana. I'm from Grassroots, Chicago. I'm currently a senior in high school. I think the fact does not make us feel safer. It did also make us feel like we are automatically assuming we're doing something wrong simply because we are teenagers. Many of us feel stressed once we get home from work or the food event because the worries are not being stopped or certain. Our community already takes busy taking concern due to health violence. And now talking about the great about interacting with authorities who may not properly and quickly to engage with youth. This police are meeting many times of these things. I don't think that the country is being promoted, but I don't believe that the other should be caused because violence and in some cases, it can actually make things worse, like the teen feels forced to work home later night without a life organization. Youth budgets should be improving in these decisions because we are the ones sitting with these youth every day. But I think many adults are different that most teens are not going to have trouble. We want to be safe, respected, and supported. Instead of curfew, the city should invest in solutions that actually.
They do, they steal it.
Such as super teams, better transportation options, and community-based programs. Before making decisions that impact us, I want city council members to know that listening to teams is not a weakness, is necessary. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is, Grace Hassan.
No, I spoke first. I mean, I signed up first. So the fact that they went backwards, but I said they might not want me to speak, and I ain't even gonna argue. Cause I was the last person to sign.
I thought I was gonna be loud.
Good afternoon. My name is Nor. I'm a 16-year-old Muslim youth in the Westridge neighborhood and a youth extern with community
Mhm.
player. I'm here to oppose the disruptive youth gatherings of the ordinance. This ordinance harms our communities, our families, and youth like myself. Youth needs to be at the forefront in decision making on anything that affects us. This policy treats young people as a problem. This substitute ordinance threatens our freedom to gather, to move, and even to practice our faith. It forces youth to explain our faith to police officers just so that they can believe us, like go. How is this freedom? How is this youth investment? Why should I prove my religion to avoid criminalization? We also need more mental health resources for young people. I have friends who get together to enjoy the outdoors to escape, not just from their homes, but from their minds. They distract themselves, and there are a lot of responsibilities young people need to carry. I urge you all, city council members, to vote no on this harmful ordinance. And I urge you to ask us, meet with us, and take action based on what we share with you. We hold the answers. You cannot continue to send a dangerous message that youth to justify their existence and be free. Thank you.
The next speaker is Zoe.
Got you.
The reason why y'all don't have the investments in communities is because they're stealing the money. And it's never going to get any investors because they're stealing the money. So you don't have anything in our communities because they're stealing the money, just like the $245 million that Cook County judge just saw that y'all misspent over here when it came to our roads and stuff. You know, it went to other things except the roads, like the potholes and stuff. And then when we get a tire messed up, then we gotta pay for it because the city won't pay for it, but y'all stealing $245 million. So that's what they're doing with the youth jobs, anything like that. All that money's being stolen. So when they got you coming down here telling you that it's the police and stuff, it's really the people that work in this building
because they have no oversight on the money. So it's called a forensic audit, kids, right? And you need to start asking your parents and stuff what that is, because that's what they need down here. All right, now I got 1 minute and 51 seconds. I want to talk about a few more things. I want to let y'all know about the First Amendment, protected speech. So I have the constitutional right to speak on history, politics, and party affiliation, whether you agree or not. That's more than can be said for this local government that prioritizes unlawful immigration policies over the rights of its own citizens. That's why I got don't have the money either, because they give it to the illegal aliens. So that's awesome. Also, I want y'all to know that the student walkouts are a public safety issue and they're breaking the law. When politicians, teachers, or unions organize or encourage students to walk out during school hours, they are removing minors from a supervised environment. That violates a school's duty of care and puts children in traffic, public transit, and unsecured public spaces. Under Illinois law, schools are responsible for student safety during instructional time, allowing or encouraging walkout shifts liability away from adults and onto parents and the public. That's reckless endangerment. That also violates education laws, but y'all don't know that because y'all don't know the U.S. Constitution or the law. So we're gonna play this game with y'all doing these unnecessary walkouts when we have so much crime on the South Side, and you guys don't care about that. We're going to flip this city red.
Thank you. Thank you.
The problem is business. And we give up, it'll have an economic development, and that creates high crime. These black communities on the west side of the south, over one city, on each state shares a 3,000 acre lot and abandoned building. Black people have not learned the golden rule. Business and economic development. You have no business. So tend to your business. And your youth will reflect that you are tending to your business or you not tending to your business. You have no economic development to hire them. Your schools are inferior because of business and development, no economic development. The golden rule is he who has the golden rule. Racism is alive here. Our people are being gentrified out. So they are reflecting their community when they have high crime. No business and no economic development. No jobs, no workforce, poor schools, 12th grade and reading on a 4th grade level because of the old people have miseducated the young black people. What money fixed Black History Month, where we would celebrate our achievement? It's shameful. You go to the lobby, you see nothing about Black history. And it's shameful. You know why? These old ones, these old men and women, not our youth, our young gifted and Black youth, these old ones are failures. Well, why? They don't have any business. No economic development. Now you're looking at me. No, poverty creates all type of crime. All type of crime. Because Black people don't know how to tend to their business and economic development. So that's why their youth is out of control, because these old Blacks sitting in high places selling their community out. No, tend to your business. And when you talk about ACUL or whatever, that Jewish organization, I used to call them and all, they're white. They're white. Well, we are Black people that was captured and brought over here and enslaved over here. When you know your history, you'll do better. Carter G. Woodson said, the miseducation of the Black man and the Black woman and the Black child. So we have to learn to tend to our business.
You heard that? Real loud and clear.
Yeah.
Real loud.
We heard it.
Good afternoon, my name is.
My
I am a fourteen-year-old freshman attending theater with Voice and Communities United. The substitute ordinance, disruptive youth gathering personally affects young people like me because I can be stopped and asked my age and the reason why I'm outside is simply on my way to school. This approach feels similar to the way federal agents are operating in our community when people are stopped, questioned, and detained based on suspicion rather than harm. The difference is that federal agents claim to target immigration status, while this ordinance targets young people simply for existing in public spaces. Both create fear, anxiety, and mistrust, and both make communities feel watched instead of supported. What if we can't always get rides home? Most of us use public transportation. Young people need more adjustments for our mental health and safety instead of putting all focus into how to take young people off the streets. I think the biggest issue is that the youth is not being taken into consideration. This ordinance prioritizes comfort over youth well-being without keeping youth at the center. Thank you.
We have 6 items on this agenda.
No, thank you.
2 of the 6. Today. And will be held on Thursday. Those 2 being.
All right, y'all. They'll be voting on these.
First item is approval of 45.
Now, I really don't agree with the curfew either. Iffy. But I agree with the curfew and the military coming. We need the military here. We need the military here. We're in a war zone on the south side. We're in a war zone on the south side, the west side. Like drug and war zone, cool and everything. It's giving New Jack City. It's giving New Jack City to the county.
It's not up to the city to put ordinance for the curfew. It's up to the parents to tell the kids when the curfew should be in effect.
Right.
So the parents has lost touch of how the kids need to be raised. It's not about police reform, it's about parenting reform. That's what it's all about.
All right, please like, share. Let you know it.
And subscribe. And subscribe.
Let me show you something. Let me show you. Hi, Mr. Blakemore. Are y'all going over there? I'm not.
Going with what's up?
I deal with the kids that's out in the street. The kids, like I was talking about the young men with the guns and the shooting. This what they do, some of the kids.
We see demonstrations outside.
This what I do with these kids. So my thing is, I do believe in curfew, but not to the point of, putting kids in jail. They need somebody to go. When I get these kids, I'm like, come on, I don't have the funding to be able, to pay them, but sometimes I can get them, card. Tell them, come on, take your house somebody to eat. They be like, yes, Miss Pastor. And these are shoes. These are people that's going to really with these kids. So my thing, they not bad kids. Just need some guidance. They need someone to go. They don't have money. They keep, like I said, I was in road riding around this other cars. They want to do everything stuff. But nobody ain't investing. And it's not always that the kids are bad. Kids don't listen. And then they ain't want to be out and do their thing. But if we had stuff like this for them, they don't have nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Money. What you think? I used to be one of those. So you know what I'm saying? Oh. But I do feel like they need back. Yeah, they need back. But they need the military up in this one. Military. It's some of them you can't see. I had guys off the street that are in these rooms. They like, yeah, I think that it probably would be good if the military came. Because the thing is, they thinking like that's gonna save our lives. Because we have war out here and they know they gonna die.
But you know what's so funny? He said that lady from the ACLU said the uh, same thing that he said the last time. But she never say what's the solution to stop the crime.
Well, they don't.
Huh?
They don't want, why haven't the mayor worked with me? All this violence prevention that I do on the streets and there's no way that I'm coming out with every weekend. And they tell me in the county, we been you see, I over and over. How all these people know what we see and they don't say nothing. Nobody is reached out to me, but yet y'all intend to help clean up.
Sonny, here's the thing. You gotta look at who's in Brandon Johnson head and it's in his pocket. You got the CPU, CPS, George Soros, the cartels. You got they in his head and they are in his pocket. As long as crime is, he gonna lie to everybody on the media that crime is down. He gonna lie to some of his constituents that crime is down. As long he ain't gonna meet you. That's the reality. Just like just like I'm still here.
But what I'm getting ready to do, because my thing is, I'm gonna hold the pastors now accountable. Because first of all, y'all know what I do. So now I'm gonna ask for a meeting. Let me talk to all of these West Side pastors. Y'all getting all of this funding, y'all speaking for me there. Y'all wanna always talk about black women, we not submissive. Let me be quiet. You go talk for me. You with him. What would be the reason why he haven't met with me? He not talking. So I wanna hold all these pastors accountable. Y'all know me. Some of y'all churches I done attended, I done cleaned, helped y'all clean up that street. So now I'm gonna see what y'all gonna do. And I'm gonna start holding them accountable. That's the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game. That's the game. There's no, that's one like Alderman Hall. You supposed to be a bishop and a pastor. How come you ain't got no him about not meeting with me about all these killing and stuff? Right. Part of it. Well, part of the corrupt clergy. That's the system. So you're not with the system. I'm not with the system. But we broke the system. We broke the system.
Disruptive. And, I think that it's very, very important that we change the wording of it. I also want to say, as a Jewish community, that in many of our synagogues, they require armed forces because, we are always.
Now, let me tell you something. If what happened at that church in Minnesota, the dog, you can imagine what they going to do, what they capable of doing here if it happened here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Just imagine. And you're right, Sandy. Sandy. And you're right. Paul should be, he's supposed to be the messenger of God, but guess what? Every preacher are bought. They are bought.
All right, y'all. That's that peace. Please like, share, subscribe. See y'all at 6 o'clock. Talk about this $245 million that was misspent, aka stolen. Cook County. It's Rico time.